Previously on The Walking Dead, AJ and I had been searching for a long time for some place we could call home. Just when we thought we'd found a huge stash of food, it turned out to be a trap. That could have been the end. But I woke up and found I'd been saved by a guy named Marlon, the leader of a community living inside an old boarding school. It felt like a chance at having a home, a real one. We had to go back to the train station to see if any food survived the explosion. But someone else had the same idea. I didn't want to risk it, so I let him take some of the food and leave. I found Marlon and Brody in the basement that night, arguing about the man we'd seen, and I learned why Brody was so afraid. The man was part of a group of raiders they'd run into a year ago. Marlon traded Tennessee's older sisters to the raiders to keep himself safe. He attacked Brody and locked me in the basement with her. When she turned, I had to stop her. Marlon stole AJ's gun and tried to convince them I had murdered Brody. Violet backed me up. With everyone against him, the fight went out of Marlon. I told him he wasn't going anywhere, that he was our prisoner. But then, Marlon was dead, and AJ pulled the trigger. He remembered what I'd taught him. To never hesitate.
Made you some coffee. It was in the kitchen. Tin said that I can have some. I didn't steal it.
I'm surprised you remember how to make it. We haven't had coffee in a long time.
You put it in hot water.
You're right. Thanks.
Last night, with Marlon, I heard Lewis and what he called me. Am I a murderer?
No! Oh my God!
Shit! We could get medicine from the nurse's office.
He's dead. The kid blew his brains out.
You shot him. He's dead. You're a murderer. You got Marlon to give up. You saw how broken he was. What the fuck did you teach this kid?
Lewis called me a murderer. But we're supposed to kill bad stuff. Monsters. Did I do it bad? I thought...
There was never a good time to introduce this video. I'm sorry, it's been like 4 minutes of friggin' silence and the cutscenes and stuff, so hold up. Before we get into this business, let's have a moment of silence for the folks over there at Telltale Games. Alright, good moment. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what they're gonna do, if they're gonna try to complete the project, or if they're gonna try to sell off the licensing, or whatever they're gonna do. You know what, it's out of my hands. If you guys don't know what's happening, just Google what the hell happened to Telltale and their entire studio. But yeah, what's up? Walking Dead, the final season. This is episode 2, part 1. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into it.
Marlon was bad. He killed Brody. He kept telling lies.
I mean, none of those fit what I wanted to say.
Please just tell me. If I'm a murderer, I should know, right?
I mean,
So that I can try not to be, or...
that, okay.
It'd be hard to hear.
That one was murder,
Lewis
though.
was right. Sometimes people do bad things, like Marlon did. But when you shot him, he wasn't a threat to us anymore.
No, he gave up.
If you kill someone when they're no longer threatening you, that's murder.
Even if they were bad?
Even then, it was wrong.
What are we gonna do?
Hit the road before they kill us in our sleep.
Back off, all of you!
You talked Marlon down, and then they fucking murdered him!
Take AJ, go inside.
Come on, let's go.
Oh,
Yeah, we should
just
probably
let them
leave.
go back to the dorms? What happens the next time one of us does something this kid doesn't like? Should we expect a bullet too?
That's not what happened.
It's exactly what happened.
No, he wouldn't do that. He'd never hurt any of you. It was... Marlon threatened us.
AJ pointed the gun first.
Also, Marlon killed Brody
Just back off, okay?
Back off?
and locked us with Brody as she turned.
Let's go.
Clem?
It's
If I'm
interesting.
a murderer, am I gonna die too?
I mean, one day.
No.
Well, I think murderers are like monsters, and I know what happens to monsters. Nothing good. Nothing good at all.
We can forgive them. Murderers, even some monsters, they get a second chance.
Some monsters, not all.
When bad people, like murderers, try to make it right, that's when other people forgive them.
That sounds hard.
It
We
is.
kind of shot a dude in the face, so...
We're going to fix this. You and me. I'm going to help you atone.
Atone?
It means make up for what you did wrong. We'll make it all right with the others.
For God's sake, someone help me with this!
Saved you from that car wreck, and you fucking murdered him?
Get back, Mitch!
Get back.
Or what?
Go ahead,
You
stab
let him kill
me.
me too? Then who's next? A Sim? Willie?
You know, get it off your chest, bruh. Go ahead. What you got to say, huh?
Stop, Mitch! This isn't helping. Screw both of you.
Nah. Dude out here acting like he's tough. Also, can we have a moment of silence for this damn wave in my head? This whole business over here. When it gets
Hey,
humid outside, it kills my
What
hair.
is it?
It's terrible. Alright?
You've killed a lot of people. You murdered your friend Lee, didn't you?
What?
You said he was handcuffed. He wasn't a threat. So... that means you murdered him.
Different kind of scenario, man.
I killed him because I loved him. I didn't want him to suffer.
How? He'd be dead.
He would have turned. I didn't want that for him. He deserved better.
I love you, Clem.
Rip the homie Lee, man. That shit's still a soft spot.
Back.
Still a soft spot, man. It's been a hot number of years since we played that. Part of me wants to go back through and play that thing again for the channel. What's up, 10?
Hey,
Dude's got a deep-ass voice this
Violet said to
episode.
come get you for the funeral.
Really?
We used to have them more. Then we stopped. It seems right, though. I brought you something.
For me?
I figured you'd be afraid, with everyone all upset. But you were brave last night. Like a firefighter.
No. Firefighters are good. I'm a murderer.
No, you're not. You gotta have a trial first. They decide that stuff in a courtroom. That's how it works. Worked before. Back then, there were all kinds of rules about who was innocent, who was guilty.
We have to decide things for ourselves now. We can't rely on other people to make the rules for us.
Who decided you're a murderer?
Clem. But she's right. So's everyone else.
I think you're okay.
Man, I like 10.
You sure you don't want your
I've liked 10
firefighter?
since the
You
beginning.
should keep him, 'cause you're good like him. But maybe we could play with him later? Together?
Sure. After the funeral.
That's a good start.
They
I like
bathed
it.
already. Vile started soon. See you out there.
Look, man, I've been apologizing since the whole incident went down where we
This is
held
gonna
up
be
10
hard.
with that
Everyone's
putty knife. I think it was a
gonna be
putty
upset.
knife.
We need to show them we care, okay?
He's a good kid. He is. He's a good kid.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I'll drink some coffee. Gotta get in a nice little sip before we go. Speaking of, got my own coffee. A little bit different than what they've got, in the game, but it's fine. Is there anything that we can actually interact with? Because I'm not gonna look at this crap on the wall. I don't really care about that. We already seen that. We grab our hat. No. We talk to AJ, but I don't think he's gonna have much to say. So let's just go ahead and go ahead.
Ready?
Clem always looks angry now. I don't know if it's just her disposition. She's been through a lot. There's been a whole lot that she's been through just, throughout her life, but she always looks all angry anytime she's about to do something. You taught him to regret his actions. I don't know if that's the right way I would have put that. But that's fine. It's just one of those you have to kind of learn as you go. He's a young little kid, so it's kind of hard to... it's kind of hard to figure out right and wrong. Well, we should probably talk to him because he's on this blood spot, but we could take a look at it real quick.
I did that.
That you did. You shot the dude from the back of the head. His brain's done spilt.
I don't see you coming up with any brilliant ideas.
It'll be nice.
They are not gonna be here, are they?
Marlon and Brody were there.
I don't think this community wants me around in here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, rip Brody, though. She didn't do nothing wrong. Marlon did. He shouldn't have gone out like that, but he definitely did do a lot wrong.
Oh, God. They're here.
So what? They knew Brody, didn't they?
Yeah, but Marlon...
Just leave them alone.
Shit.
Clem?
What?
Why do people have funerals?
Brody and Marlon.
Tin said they used to have them more.
They died.
I mean, to remember, but also to say a last goodbye.
To remember people we loved.
They loved Marlon.
Yeah, they did.
She was real sweet.
I made them all sad.
Had all these big dreams.
Like if someone took
We all
you
knew
away.
they couldn't come true, but
Does everyone get a funeral?
People do. Some animals, too.
whatever
Even
she said
monsters?
seemed possible. I don't know where she found all that joy.
Even monsters.
10. You ready?
So, I mean... Yeah, he made some real crappy decisions.
You always said you wanted to go to the beach. So, I drew it for you.
But that doesn't mean he's a monster. I don't know. It depends on your definition of what a monster is.
Marlon was...
Sorry, I had H on my head.
I can't. Not for Marlon. After what he did to the twins and Brody,
You didn't even like Brody. You were always mean to her.
I can't. Someone else do it.
Bitch.
Dude, don't.
Seriously, Lewis? He was your best friend. He wasn't perfect, but he deserved better than to get gunned down by that kid. AJ killed him like it was nothing. We all saw it, and no one stopped him.
You're right, Mitch. Marlon didn't deserve what AJ did to him.
I know what I did. I'm sorry. I know I'm a murderer. But I'm gonna,
Atone.
Yeah, atone it.
Fuck, I can't listen to this.
Okay, see you later then, Lewis.
What I did was bad, and I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise.
You don't have to make up shit. Marlon was a fucking murderer and a liar, and if we'd all asked more questions about Minnie and Sophie disappearing last year, none of this would have happened.
She's got a point.
Shut up! It wasn't Marlon's fault.
Then whose fault was it?
Whatever happened before, AJ shouldn't have killed Marlon.
Yeah, he wasn't hurting anybody when I killed him.
See what I mean? How can any of us trust these fucking people?
What are you saying?
Gotta reinforce the
I'm saying they gotta fucking
actions.
go. We take a vote. Majority decides. They stay or they leave. Today.
I'm okay with that. It's fine with me.
That does seem fair.
Are you serious? It's bullshit.
I don't want to leave, but if you all decide we should, we'll go.
Clem,
You heard her, kid.
A vote's the only way to settle this, or we'll be arguing forever.
Fine. I guess we're fucking voting.
Lewis needs to vote. Could you go get him? And try to talk to him.
Come on, Rosie. Come here, girl.
Okay then, lay in the pile of dirt.
Could you guys go wait in the dorm? I'll come get you.
I mean, I would like to be present for my own fate vote. Just sit there, just chilling. Like, go ahead, you got. I'll just
Please
sit
don't
back and
kick
sip the
us out.
tea.
Come on, let's go.
Look, AJ Dunn did goof, all right, but it is the thing. You can't hesitate, especially in these situations where it's one of those, you know, it's life and death. It's life and death. It sucks, but he's also a very young kid who has never had to go through these lessons before. Now, it really sucks that that lesson came in the form of a murder, you know, so to speak. But, man, that's just rough. That's rough. This whole thing is rough. I'm sure they had great plans for this, and there was a little, I guess, announcement or news thing or whatever on the Steam page for the game that said that they're still planning on trying to figure out a way to make this game go to completion, because people like me purchased a game with the intent of having all of the episodes included, not just the first two and this massive cliffhanger, no conclusion to the series or anything like that, because, I mean, this was supposed to be the last game just out of the whole Walking Dead Telltale games. So, yeah, that would be the most unfitting ending for this series if it just died after episode 2. Now, I did save the other dates. There's a release date in November. It's like November 20th or something like that, and then one in December. But, I mean, they went from like 250 people to 25 people. Something like that. So, I don't know if those release dates are even going to come close to happening, or like I said, if they're even going to release episode 3 or 4. So we'll see what happens. I you know, if the series dies here on the channel, that's where it dies, because there's nothing I can do about it. You know, it's the end of the game. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're going to hire those devs up. Other companies and stuff are going to hire those devs up, because those devs, the artwork of this game, I'm so sad that this was going to be the last game anyways, because the artwork is just phenomenal. It's been just this freaking skyrocket of talent.
AJ, stop. You'll break your toe or something. Come here, sit down.
no. It didn't work. I did what you said, and they didn't even care.
It takes time to atone.
I know that I was bad, but they don't let me fix it.
AJ, breathe. Remember what we do when we're mad? Come on, you don't want to be loud, do you? What do we do when we're mad?
We stop and think, and, I'm still really, really mad. I know that I'm not supposed to get mad.
And you have every reason to be upset. We'll deal with it together, okay?
Okay.
Emotions are allowed to exist.
Stop, we think, and we breathe.
Breathe.
You gotta work through it logically. Emotional responses won't help.
You're still mad, huh?
And, I think I'm sad, too.
Don't doubt that one either.
I did what you told me to.
I know. You're a good listener.
I wanted to make them all feel better.
Also, can I just say that literally the first decision that we made when we came up to that train stop of, you know, always remember, and then there were like the 3 options. Literally that one action is what shaped the rest of this game. Was me saying to never resist, or to never hesitate. Resist, lol. Never hesitate. Literally the first decision it allowed us to make, we apparently made the wrong one, because only me and 11% of other people had AJ the way that he ended up, you know, shooting Marlon in the back of the brains. This game's gonna be a hella fun to go back and replay on my own, just to figure out different storylines and story arcs and everything like that, but nonetheless, let's get back into this.
It didn't work.
It takes time, AJ.
Why'd you
It's
tell
not
me
an
to do that
insta-fix.
if it didn't work?
We don't know that it didn't work. They might have voted for us to stay.
I don't know. They seemed pretty mad.
Violet was on our side. Maybe she'll persuade the others.
I think Tennessee
Yeah,
was on our side too.
Maybe. I don't want to go.
Just about everybody else, probably not.
I know you don't.
I like knowing where we are all the time. The bed, the food. I like the other kids. Not all of them, but Tin and Louis and Violet.
Lewis is pretty upset. I don't think he's on our side.
We took the vote. You have to leave. Don't we get to vote?
I figured that
I
was.
vote that we stay.
I figured that was coming.
That's not how it works.
Maybe it should be.
You don't have to like it.
Good, because I don't.
Fine. I get it. We'll learn to live with your decision somehow.
Seriously? That's it?
What else do you want me to say? Y'all took the
No,
vote.
this is fucking wrong. And you're not gonna fight it at all?
Y'all took the vote.
What's the point? You've already decided.
Yes, we have.
So fucking stupid.
You said you'd go along with it, if we voted fairly.
It's bullshit. And you'd know it if you weren't so used to burying your head in the sand.
Oh, I'm burying my head in the sand? Hate Marlon all you want, but you can't tell me AJ isn't dangerous too.
He's a young kid. Like, look, that doesn't excuse his
We'll wait for you to
actions.
pack up, then Louis and I'll escort you out past the safe zone. I'll make sure you get to the road safely.
You can't excuse his actions, but he still has time.
It's not a lot, but at least you won't die on the way.
We could have happily dumped you outside the gates.
We won't be safe once you leave us out there. We'll last a few days, maybe, if we're lucky. Then it's back to running, hiding, and trying not to die.
You'll still be doing better than Marlon and Brody.
Marlon killed Brody. Alright, hold up. You go ahead and pin that shit on Marlon, who's in the ground, not on me. I didn't do anything. I was not part of that at all, other than asking for information. Did I maybe persuade him to kill her in some very weird, twisted, third-dimensional kind of way? Yeah, maybe, sure. But I had no actual doings in killing Brody. I keep punching the desk on accident. I'm sorry.
Where's Tin? I gotta say goodbye. He was really upset about the vote, and he's not talking to anybody. It's best to leave him alone when he's like this, but for the record, he wanted you to stay.
I figured. Ten's a good kid.
Wait. Does AJ still have that gun? Hand it over.
Is
Why?
this necessary?
Hell yes, it's necessary.
No.
It's yours, AJ. You should keep it.
You're kicking us out. Why are we giving you the gun?
But I murdered Marlon with it.
Doesn't matter. That's our means of protections.
You'll need protection outside.
Thank you, Clementine.
Fine. Let the kid keep the murder weapon.
Well, this sucks. It really is an unfortunate situation. I mean, they took the vote. That was it, man. They took the vote. What are we supposed to do about the vote? Yeah. Did you see how strategic I was? I don't know if you guys saw me shift to get my hand up on the escape key to go ahead and hit that pause button. I try to keep it low so it's out of the camera. But yeah, I'm going to give you the cliffhanger because I personally, I need to take a break. I need to get this video rendered out because this is the first day this chapter's been available, and I need to get this video rendered and posted for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, apologies. But you're going to have to learn with it. Learn with it? You're going to have to learn to live with it. You're going to have to live with it. Either way, nonetheless, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all next time.